What's up, Ragin Nation? How's it going? This is Alex here, and you're watching the Ragin Ronin review. I got a review for you. Last weekend, I saw The Hateful Eight. That would be the 8th film from one of my favorite directors of all time, Quentin Tarantino. This would be his 8th film if you consider Kill Bill Volume 1 and Volume 2 as one single film. But it's really quite appropriate because, well, his 8th film is called The Hateful Eight, and The Hateful Eight refers to 8 strangers. I'm not sure why they're hated or hateful, but these 8 strangers get caught up in an intense predicament. And just like other Quentin Tarantino films, the characters in his films always get caught up in intense predicaments. Let's be honest here. Quentin Tarantino, or rather Tarantino Films, is a brand. The name Tarantino is a brand. You know what to expect from this brand. You go into this theater knowing what you know about this brand. What can we expect from a Quentin Tarantino film? Well, first of all, great acting, well-developed characters, well-written dialogue, intense predicaments, ultra bloody violence, and his own brand of subtle humor. It's all there. It was all there in Django Unchained. It was all there in Pulp Fiction. It was all there in Inglourious Bastard. It is all there in The Hateful Eight. Now, with the same structure over and over and over again in every single one of his films, can it feel tired out and old? You know, is this a good film? Is The Hateful Eight a good film? Even though we have these elements recycled over and over and over again? Well, of course it's a great film. These elements are what make films great. You know, I gotta tell you something. Tarantino and The Hateful Eight is the true essence of what makes a great movie. It's acting, it's great characters, and a good story. Okay? That's it. You don't need to have like gimmicky things like big explosions or visual effects or like a kung fu sequence, or you know what I'm saying? You don't need to have a whole lot of these things. All you really need is characters. Put them in a room and let them do their thing. And if they're really great actors, even better. And that is why this movie works so much. Okay? It's because you got a great director like Quentin Tarantino, and you have this amazing cast, this ensemble cast, who consists of Samuel Jackson, Kurt Russell, Jennifer Jason Leigh, Walton Goggins, Demian Bichir, Tim Roth, Michael Madsen, Bruce Dern, James Parks, to name a few. In fact, that's the main cast of The Hateful Eight and beyond, and some supporting characters. But still, like, what you have here is a very, very talented ensemble cast, and they really pull through every single one of them. Even though there's 8 characters in The Hateful Eight, everybody shines. Everybody has their moments. Everybody's so well directed. Everybody has their moments where, you know, you're not sure, he's the main character? Is he supposed to die? Is he supposed to like kill somebody? You don't know. In fact, this movie kind of plays out like a mystery. And the way this film is structured is that you take the first half of the film, well, not the first half. The first third of the film takes place in a stagecoach. The rest of it takes place in a cabin. And during the stagecoach sequence and the first part of the when they're in the cabin, you get to know these characters. You really get to know what they're all about. And it is from that point on where you start feeling, knowing about their history, why they're there, start caring for these characters or not, or you think that they should die or whatever, all right? Then later on it gets really, really intense because that's when the guns start throwing out, but you don't even know who's on whose side. It's a big mystery, and all I know is that the way they handle everything, or the way Tarantino handled everything, is done in a way which is very, very satisfying, as it always is. All right? Now, check this out. This movie is the longest Tarantino film ever. Okay? We're talking about 3 hours and 8 minutes. I watched the 70mm version, which is longer than the wide release version, which is 2 hours and 48 minutes. But anyways, this is the longest Tarantino film if you don't count Kill Bill Volume 1 as one single long film. All right? But never once did I feel was it long. At all. It did not feel long. It did not feel like it dragged out. I never needed to look at my watch. All I wanted to do was stare at these guys as they interacted with just pure dialogue. All right, and another one of the great things about this film is that it's so simple. You know, stagecoach, cabin, characters, acting, dialogue, guns. That's all you really, really need. And one of the biggest things about this film is the setting. All right, Wyoming, blizzard. All right, dead of winter plays a huge part in the movie because it is cold. All right, even when they open the door for a little bit, they're screaming, "Shut the freaking door! Shut the door!" You feel that coldness. Okay, so well directed, well acted, insanely entertaining, a movie that keeps you guessing. I love the way it was told. It was structured very, very well. It's full of it's full of great moments, memorable dialogue. A lot of these actors really, really they put on their A game as they always do. I thought that outstanding performances came from Walton Goggins and Jennifer Jason Leigh. Truly outstanding. They deserve Oscars. Walton Goggins deserves an Oscar. Jennifer Jason Leigh deserves an Oscar. They really, really, they really shine in this film. They have a lot of great moments. Samuel Jackson, great as ever in a Tarantino film. Kurt Russell, I liked him in Death Proof. I liked him a lot in this film. He has a lot of dialogue in this movie, and I like the way his character is in this film. Michael Madsen, you're always kind of suspicious about him just because of the way his demeanor is. It's almost like an extension of his character from Reservoir Dogs. As for everybody else, great. Just great. Is this Tarantino's best film? No, it's not, but it doesn't need to be. All his films are great. And this film is another great film to add to his collection of great films. But it's not his best one. His best one is Pulp Fiction. But he doesn't need to outdo a Pulp Fiction in any way, shape, or form. He just needs to continue doing what he does, all right? And he'll do well. It is a movie that I can highly recommend. I will give it an 8 out of 10. All right, 8 out of 10. Check it out. If you can, watch the longer version of the film where available. I can't imagine what they could cut out. I heard that they cut out like 10 minutes or something like that. I cannot imagine them cutting out anything. Everything felt crucial to the film. So watch the 70mm version if you can, if it's available in your city, and I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. So there you have it. That's all I got to say about this movie. Check it out. As always, if you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the YouTube channel, like me on Facebook, The Ragin Nation. Also follow me on Twitter at Ragin Nation. My name is Alex. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace. Doing a lightsaber fight, right? So that was really, really awesome. He drops his melee weapons. He drops his melee weapons, and then suddenly he